6 years. Today marks the 6th anniversary of this channel. To put this current channel into perspective, I currently have 1,394,446 subscribers, which is roughly the population of Trinidad and Tobago, or even roughly the same as the active military of India, more than America. I mean, I don't have the authority of my subscribers like an army, and I have no plans for that yet. This channel has 225,201,840 views, but a deeper dive into this channel's analytics, when you add up the total watch time that you guys have put into this channel, it comes to 4,188 years, 340 days. I tried looking up cool facts that happened 4,188 years ago, but it's so far back that history wasn't properly recorded yet. This is both an amazing feat and a daunting realization. I am proud that I have constantly put out content for 6 years straight, at first 3 videos a week and now 4. Even after many setbacks such as demonetization and such, I've pushed through and stayed on track. For 6 years, I have worked nearly every day of the week to hit these deadlines, and for 6 years, I rarely took a break. For a start, the phrase creepypasta has been dated back to 2007, and stories now defined as creepypastas is purported to have started around 2001 with the infamous story Ted the Caver. But even earlier, if you kind of count chain emails and the like as OG creepypastas. So, having started this channel in 2012, I kind of hit the trend near the end of its life as this mysterious, shared around anonymous stories vibe internet phenomenon. But throughout my time here, I've been riding it during its rebirth and rebranding of this era where authors are known. The era of truth is now diluted into this era of creative fiction, and it's been amazing. The internet moves fast. Memes last a week, trends last a month, fads come and go quickly. Yet because of the malleable form of creepypasta, it is kept strong until today. If we had to go by the earliest creepypasta recorded by the Creepypasta Wikia, a page about the infamous Polybius game, creepypastas have lasted 20 years. Something that always blows my mind to think about is the classic story An Egg. That was a short story spread around in the early days, which was written by a guy called Andy Weir. He later on wrote a blog-styled story series of a guy on Mars, which he published chapter by chapter on his website. When he put it up for sale on Amazon, it became one of the best sellers, and is now a movie under the same name, The Martian, featuring Matt Damon. I know it's a bit of a stretch to say he's a zero to hero from the creepypasta community, but it shows that there is opportunity from these silly short stories that you all write for fun. But I'm straying away from the topic here. The topic of the 6th year. I've been keeping this to myself, but I've low-key had a fear of this time. Before and during the start of this YouTube channel, I was in college doing business studies. One thing that for some reason stuck with me was a chart showing the average lifespan of a business. It sat about 6 years, the 6th being the decline of the business. I would have put this out of my head if it wasn't for the fact that my oldest channel on YouTube was made in 2006, and I've actually been a viewer on YouTube very close to its inception. During these 12 years, I've followed many YouTubers, and the 6-year adage has rang true for the majority of channels that I've loved over this time. Now, there are exceptions, easy one, PewDiePie, but he's also an amazing example of a channel starting with an idea, evolving it, and living through an almost rebrand. And many channels that have survived longer have this in common. I don't have that luxury. This channel is primarily creepypasta, and it will always be that. So it's always scared me, the dreaded 6th year. It became my Moby Dick. But at the same time, it's always motivated me, made me work my hardest to keep creepypasta fresh. I mean, going by Google Trends, creepypasta searches peaked in 2014, yet this channel is still going strong. And that's a testament to the success of what I always try and do. It seems I just put out stories periodically like a machine, but behind the scenes I'm always researching, always keeping up with trends and never forcing creepypasta into a box, but rather prodding it in direction which will make it last longer and keep it fresh. And this isn't just a solo effort. I like to give thanks to the many authors I've met along the way. You know, the kids who are inspired to take their hand at writing, which is a big thing to me. I mean, kids doing a creative thing instead of just playing games, that's huge. The other narrators who take their hand at bringing stories to life, and to the viewers who are passionate about this niche form of horror. All of these elements and more are the lifeblood of this subgenre, always skirting the line of mainstream but growing out of its skin of being a niche. To play the part that I have during this has been amazing, and has been a huge part of what's kept me going. And I feel that I've shown that I'm not just saying that. It's easy to say something like that on the surface, but I've shown it through this consistent motivation I've shown through 6 years. It's weird. A dichotomy of the 6th year milestone is that part of me is expecting to slow down and to ride out my last 2 years on YouTube until some form of retirement, which in my mind means a looser schedule. But the other half of me constantly takes this as a challenge to keep going as long as I can, to not slow down, but speed up, to fight to see the 2 million mark. And that's the direction I seem to be leaning towards, which amazes me because it proves to myself that I'm still in love with what I do. That no matter what happens in life, all the changes, all the turns, this is a constant that will always stick with me. This is not to say that I've not been keeping busy elsewhere. I do keep an eye on the analytics on this channel a lot, and something which has always stuck to me is how popular the stories that I personally write get. And this has actually really motivated me into starting to take this more seriously. And I'm proud to say that I've actually been working on a book of shorts which I'd love to publish sometime this year. Whether it's published or self-published, I will make it happen. There are other secret projects that I've been cooking in the works, one of which is coming out very soon, maybe this week. Don't hold me to that. I'll be putting out updates for my various projects up on Twitter, so be sure to follow me there if you want to keep up to date. I don't like making too many out of character videos on this channel like this one, but if there's a big announcement, like the release of a book or something, I will be sure to update then. So, whether you're new or old, thank you for watching. I look forward to entertaining you more in the future.